car testing in Font-Romeu in France. It's the final step towards Paris and the Olympics. So now it's soon mid-June. So this is the final step of the testing towards Paris.
There are two main projects we are doing. One is aerodynamics and another one is thermodynamics. And aerodynamics obviously is quite well looked into, but we still see there that we are not necessarily talking about marginal gains. We are still talking about significant gains when done right.
You can feel the force of the wind, but it's extremely hard to see. And we can see how much the wind is pulling us back, but we don't really know where the wind is pulling you back. And in the wind tunnel it's quite simple if you have the smoke going over your body, but outside in the real world where we're testing and where it's important to be fast, it's extremely hard to see the wind.
This suit is special suit for testing. Hopefully this suit doesn't test the fastest of every suit we will do today, because then it's going to be looking strange in the races.
Today you will see a suit that is pretty extreme. It's experimental with the treads, and that's the flow tuft suit to see the airflows. And then it is experimenting based on what we're learning on this.
With all aerodynamic system, what we measure is the drag force that is acting on the rider, but it doesn't say why it gets better. So even if we put, for example, on turbulators onto the suit, we can't necessarily say whether it's because the air is improved exactly where the turbulators are or whether it's further downstream. And we don't know also if there are more to be improved downstream as well. So because of that, we actually have made, call it a technology to make the technology. So we created a flow tuft suit that allows us to visualize the flow that happens around the rider. This allows us also then to identify where do we think there are more to be gained. So even after we then have incorporated, for example, new turbulators, vortex generators, or even fences, we can, in the next step, we can use that one and implement in a suit with features that we add to the suit, and we see how that manipulates or affects the flow tufts. But then also at the same time, normally we often look more at the flow at the front, so shoulders and let's say the first part of the back, but we also see that there are quite large rip-offs in the air, basically what we call separation, and of course we want to eliminate the separation as much as possible.
We're testing on the thermo regulation. So the heat flux, how the body behaves in warm conditions, and how we can help. We know that skin would be the best.
On the thermodynamics, this is a heavily under explored area. We know where we want to go because we have a baseline of where we potentially can go, or how good it can be. But to get there with a legal and sound suit, that's the tricks that we are looking into now, how we can exploit that best possible. The initial prototyping of the suit have exceeded our expectations. We are not ready to disclose 100% yet exactly what we are doing there. That have to be still a small secret. The benefit of having all the teams here is that, of course, now these days the main focus is on Surpas and development of the suit. But at the same time also we have this calorimetry project with Green Tech that we have now has been in the works for, I would say, is it 5-6 years? And it allows us to continue the testing there as well. On the body rocket side, obviously as a partner there, and we are pushing the system and improving the system there as well. The benefit is that we are able again to do twice. On the one side we use it to look at the aerodynamics of the Surpas suit, but on the other side also because we know the technology quite well, we are able to help drive also the product together with body rocket, improving their system and to be able to commercialize it and make it available to more people. We are very fortunate. We have a lot of really, I would say, incredibly smart people with us, far smarter than me when it comes to aerodynamics, thermodynamics, physiology and so on, and that's really fun to sit down with all these people, have them around us, and then being able to bring all this together.